So there are three main features that this app particularly has right now. So one is the weekly nutritional planner. We have a workout planner, and we have advanced AI feature, which is AI posture analysis. So I'll show you what each of the feature does, and not only showing you what the feature does, I will also show you how I developed those features from scratch. So even if you have a new idea or a new feature that you want to add, you should be able to do that. So I'll show you that journey as well. For coding these applications, there is not a lot of code that you need to write. I just created some backend code, which took me around 20 minutes, and to create the application the first iteration of the application, it took 30 minutes more. So, today's session is all about building your personal fitness agent using AI. And so while we were planning to design the session, we thought about a bunch of different things that we could do. And we actually ended up building an entire application during the process of uh, planning the session. So we will share the link to the website as well, so you can try out the application that we have built yourself. So having said that, I'll just start with a brief introduction about ourselves, right? So first of all, to talk about, I'll just introduce myself. So I am Satvik. I'm the founder of Build Fast with AI. So Build Fast with AI is primarily an organization for helping individuals and companies leverage generative AI. So that being said, a bit about my background. So I graduated from IIT Delhi in 2019, around 5 years back. I did both my bachelor's and master's there. And after that, I went on to work in the field of data science and ML for over 3-4 years. But my love was always in education sector. So while I was still at IITD during my college days, I co-founded an NGO in education sector. So this is where I really developed my love for teaching and education. So that is why we have a large training component within Build Fast with AI as well. So having said that, so this was my first innings as an entrepreneur, which in primarily social sector and education. And after my education and stint as an entrepreneur at IIT Delhi, then I joined corporate as a data scientist, where I worked in multiple different domains. And currently, for over 1.5, 2 years now, I'm running Build Fast with AI. Build Fast with AI is an opportunity for me to combine both my interests, both in teaching, both in artificial intelligence. So I get to combine my love for teaching and AI into one venture. So as mentioned before, Build Fast with AI is an organization that helps people leverage generative AI. And how do we do that? So Build Fast with AI, at Build Fast with AI, we have a lot of events and initiatives that we do. If I were to summarize about ourselves in a single line, I would say we enable AI ideas to reality. So there are a lot of possibilities that are opening up due to generative AI across domains, right? So we would want to be at the forefront of helping people do that. And how do we do that? We have our own courses that we launch. We do consulting with a lot of companies to help them with their Gen AI strategy. And we also do a lot of free events and workshops like the very one that you are attending right now. So till now, we have conducted sessions for more than 10-15,000 people, and we are an active community across channels. So we have WhatsApp groups, we operate on Meetup and many other platforms as well. So till now, we have conducted more than 75 workshops on different topics related to generative AI. And we have also consulted with 10 plus companies for their Gen AI transition. Along with that, me and the team included have built 150 plus AI applications, starting from simple POCs to applications that are now being used by lakhs of people. So this is a base background about me and what we do at Build Fast with AI. And to help people move forward with their generative AI journey, I think I forgot to change the date. So the date is 9th November. Sorry for that. So to help people with their generative AI journey, so we have the 6 week long generative AI crash course, generative AI program that is starting on 9th of November, which is almost 2 weeks from now. So I'll talk more about the course. What is it? What are all the things that you could learn? And if you stay till the end, we will also give you exclusive Diwali discount that will help you get the course at a lot cheaper price. Okay. So some ground rules for the session today. So don't sit with a doubt. So most of the stuff that we'll be talking about using LLMs, vision models, and other things are pretty new for everyone. So don't be so if you have doubt about anything, just send the doubt on the chat, or every 5-10 minutes I just stop for questions. So try to participate actively and ask questions if you have anything. And the most important rule for our sessions is to have fun. So there is no point of sitting dreaded for an hour on a Sunday morning for no reason, right? So I'll try to make this session as fun as possible, as informative as possible. So if at all you feel that the session is going down in the interest rate, just give me a heads up so that I can include something else. So having said that, these are the ground rules, and we have a good number of people in the session. So what I wanted to do first is that before we get into the topic today, which is fitness assistant with I just want to understand the kind of people that we have in the audience today. I'll just do a quick poll. If you can participate actively and let us know about you, that will really help in terms of how we do the session. So I just launched first poll on the chat. So what describes you the best? Are you a student? Are you a working professional? Are you a this thing? So you can just go and answer. Okay, so let me end the poll and show you the results. So we have 2/3 students. I think we have a very energetic young crowd who are interested in fitness, and we have around 35% of people who are working professionals. So that is great. And okay, so one thing that I wanted to ask is, what is the coding experience of the people in the session? So have you never coded in your life? Are you an intermediate coder? Are you a coding expert? So what is it that? Okay, so we have a perfect normal distribution in the lecture today. We have 68% who are intermediate, around 16% who have never coded, and 16% of people who are expert in coding. So in this particular session, I'll be showing some code, not more than 20 lines of code in the entire session. So even if you have never coded in your life, or maybe if you're intermediate, or even if you're not very comfortable with code, don't worry. So most of the things that I'm going to talk about are very simple Python functions. So as long as you understand English, you will be able to understand what is happening in the code. So having said that, yeah, this was my last and only question. So now let me jump into the topic that we are all waiting for, which is building a fitness assistant using AI. So there are few things that we will try to cover in the session today. So the first topic would be impact of generative AI. So I'll just talk about impact of generative AI across sectors. Then I will talk about 3 different applications that you can build based on this. Uh, so I'll talk about 3 different applications. So first would be a customized meal planner application based on different variables. How can you customize it? So we will create a gym buddy application that will help you create some workout plans. And we will also create a new type of application using vision models called posture analyzer. So let's say you are exercising or doing some activity. You want to be sure whether your posture is correct or not. So what we will do is, using vision models, we will create an application that will help us uh, track our posture, and it will give us detailed analysis on how we can correct it. So these are the 3 things that we will build during the course of this session. And if you are someone who will wait till the end of the session, as a bonus, I'll cover how you can create your own personal fitness chatbot. So a personal fitness chatbot that you can create and share it with your friends for free. So this is what I'll cover if you wait till the end. So this is the application that we will be building. So I'll just first show you the demo of the application, and then I will tell you how I have developed each of those features one by one. So now this is the application. I'll share the link to this app very shortly. So this is your personal AI fitness assistant that we have built at Build Fast with AI just yesterday, or maybe I would say that we have just built this in the morning. So we have created all the code, but we just put together this app within 1-2 hours. Okay, so having said that, so there are three main features that this app particularly has right now. So one is the weekly nutritional planner. We have a workout planner, and we have advanced AI feature, which is AI posture analysis. So I'll show you what each of the feature does, and not only showing you what the feature does, I will also show you how I developed those features from scratch. So even if you have a new idea or a new feature that you want to add, you should be able to do that. So I'll show you that journey as well. So first, let me go to this app, which is Nutritional Planner. So Nutritional Planner app has these four different instructions. You can just fit how many daily calories that you want to take. Let's say you want to take 2000 calories. And let's say what is your diet. So let's say I'm a vegetarian, so I'll just choose vegetarian. And what is the cuisine that you prefer? So yeah, are you in West? Are you in Indian, Chinese, Mediterranean, Japanese, so on? So let's say in India, so I'm just choosing it. And custom instructions are I don't want any oily food. So no oily food. I can now create a meal plan, which will create an entire week plan based on this calorie count, dietary preference, and cuisine. And it will also follow custom instructions as well. So it will take a couple of seconds and you will get the diet plan. Okay, since it has to create around 1 week's plan, so it is taking some time to generate, but you see the plan. So this is the 1 week planner that we have. So it gives plan for each day of the week. Let's say on Wednesday, let us see what is that we're doing. So we have breakfast with idli sambar, and it tells us what are the macros that we have and what are the ingredients that you need to use. So let's say even if you want to, uh, okay, even if you want to order some recipe or like ingredients based on this plan, you should be able to do that. So we have created this application where once you generate a lesson plan based on your daily calorie intake and everything, you can look at all of these. So this is how it looks like. And for every day you have a plan that gives, and most of the time whatever uh, calorie count you see, it will generally match the overall count as well. So this is how we have this is one of the feature where you just enter your preferences for that for your diet and everything, and it is going to give you an app. uh, yeah. Now let me show you one more feature. So this is for nutrition. Let's say if you want to get a workout planner. So I'll go to the home page. So let me show you what a workout planner does. So this is also same. So all the mini apps that we have built on this are on weekly basis. So every week, maybe at the start of the day, you can generate your plans and then stick to it. So let's say I want to create a fitness plan, a gym plan for me. Uh, and let's say I'm an advanced fitness person. And what are my goals? My goals are muscle growth, endurance, weight loss. So let's say weight loss is my goal. And I don't have any specific preference. So I can just say keep home workout only, no barbells, include cardio. So I can just mention as these things as I want, and I can just generate workout plan. So it will take few seconds and it will give you the entire plan for 1 week. So this is how simple it is. You just give the inputs what you want, what is your fitness level, what is your fitness goals, any additional preferences, and it will give you a detailed plan for 1 week. So it is also giving uh, what are the things that you're doing: upper body strength, lower body strength, cardio, active recovery. So it is giving a very good plan for us, so which is also great. And one of the interesting features that I feel about the app that we have built is the posture analysis. So let's say ideally we wanted to, like, we have created one application where you could just switch on your camera and do an exercise, and after your 5 minute or 10 minute session, it will give you all the analysis. So that would be a little bit heavy to run on the session. So we just put it very simply. You just upload a picture of your workout, and it will tell you if your posture is right or wrong. So let's say I have this, I just downloaded the image a while back. So let me show you the image. So this is a image of a person doing deadlift. So I want to see if the posture that this person is following is right or not. What I can do is I can just drag and drop this into this. Okay, this doesn't seem to work. Okay, let me just say click upload, deadlift, open. And now I'll ask it to analyze the posture to see what are the right things and wrong things that this person is doing. So we have the output also. So it is talking about the spine alignment, shoulder alignment, so on. So it's giving some analysis on that. So this is what our features do. So the three main features. So first is the nutrition feature, one is the workouts feature, and one is the posture feature. Now I will show you how you can build all of these. And the easiest way to learn how to build all of these is by signing through our bootcamp. And you can also try out the app. So I'll just send the app link, which is live. So every one of you can also try and see if this is working or not. And there are rate limits to the app. So sometimes if let's say 50, 60 people are using it at a time, so then the app might not work. So I'm sharing the link only after I'm showing the demo. So yeah, if you're lucky, you will be able to use it. So workout and nutrition should work for everyone, but for posture, I think the API that we are using is rate limited. You can only make certain number of requests per minute. So that is why it might not work. But yeah, nutrition and workouts, you can try it out. So this is the application that we have created. Now we will jump into how you can create something like this. So these are the three features that I came up with. Uh, but if you want to add like three, four other features, so how do we go about developing it? So that is what we will try to cover. So yeah, now you can explore the application meanwhile, but let me show you how you can create something like this. First, we will try to learn how we can create the backend. And for front end, how I created, I'll just give you an overview of the tools that I've used. Okay, so now this is the app that we created, and there are three main components. So first is meal planner, second is workout, and posture analyzer. So let us try to understand how you can build each one of them. So can anyone take a rough guess on how you can build a meal planner application? So whatever application that I've shown. So if you were to build something like this on your own, how would you do that? Okay, so it's a very simple thing to say. Just giving a prompt to an LLM and do this. So that is what we will exactly do. What we'll try to do is we'll go to ChatGPT, or maybe instead we'll go to Playground by OpenAI. So where we can experiment with the model and export the code in at once, right? So what I'll do is instead of going to chatgpt.com, I will rather go to platform.openai.com, go to Playground, and I'll just open this chat box. So what I'll do is I want to create an application that will help me uh, develop a meal plan, right? So that is what we'll try to do. So I'll give it a simple prompt: create a weekly meal plan for 2000 calories a day, preferences vegetarian, right, and Indian cuisine. So let's run this. So if you send a simple prompt, and this is exactly same as ChatGPT, but the reason why I'm using uh, platform is something that you will understand very shortly. So this is as simple as it can get, right? So you ask ChatGPT whatever you want, and it gave you this thing. So now, if you want to create your own, so ChatGPT, you could do all the things that I have, all the things that I've shown you in the application. You could do all of those within ChatGPT. You could upload an image and ask it to do it, or maybe ask the plan directly. But if you want to do it in your own application, you might want the code. So that is what you'll do. So once you test out the model, you test out with different system prompts. And once you are satisfied with your prompt that you are giving and the response that you are getting, just click on the code button on top, right? Once you click on the code button, so you will get the code to use this application within your own app. So you can just copy this and we will use it shortly. So I'll now proceed to the code and show you how you can build this feature. So one thing is that we will test out the prompt, and then we will create a prompt template that will help us create a very good idea every time. So this is the code that I'll be using. So let me just, okay. So in this notebook, I'll show you a few things around how you can create all the three applications and also some setup that you will want to do. So for the first use case of meal planner, we are going to use a GPT-4 model where we'll just send the prompt to the model and we will get a response right away. For that, we are going to use OpenAI. So the first step would be installing the OpenAI library. So let me clear outputs. Yeah. The first step would be installing OpenAI library. And the second thing that you will need to do is to load your API keys. So to use OpenAI model, you will need to get API key from OpenAI's website. So if you go to their platform website and click on profile, you will find an option to get your own API key. And you can store the API key like this, or you can just manually write it as well. You can just manually, once you get your API key, you can just manually copy paste. Uh, and yeah, I'm just writing a dummy API key. So this is how you can save it. So once you save your API key, then we will proceed to the same code. So whatever code that I've copy pasted, I have removed the unnecessary argument. So whatever we have copy pasted from this, whatever code I've copy pasted from this, I'm taking the exact same thing, but I'm just removing unnecessary parameters. In this, I'm doing the same thing, create a diet plan for 2000 calories following Indian diet and cuisine. Okay, I would say vegetarian diet and Indian cuisine. And if I send this prompt to the model, we will directly get the answer, right? So, this is the prompt that you have. Okay, so now we can just see the response. I think it's running now. So it's taking a few seconds and then you got the response. So it's giving us a plan of break 2000 calorie intake, and it is also giving veg options only. Vegetable poha, masala chai, dokla. So all of them are Indian ingredients. So this is how you can just send a prompt and give it. But if you look at the application that we have created, right? So it didn't have uh, you didn't have to type the entire prompt yourself. All you had to do is just enter the calorie intake, enter the dietary preference and cuisine preference. So as a user, you are only having to input 2 3 things at a time. But in the application that we have developed, in this, you are having to type the entire prompt. So for this, what we will be doing is we'll create our own prompt template. So we'll create our own prompt template. We'll create a prompt template and we'll create a function also that will help us do everything by ourselves. So the way we'll create a prompt template is that prompt template is just a placeholder for the prompt. So instead of you as a user having to type out the entire thing, you will just leave out some variable saying the user can enter calories, they can enter their diet type and cuisine type, and then I can run the function at a time. So this is the function that I've written, get diet plan. And for this function, there are only 3 inputs: calories, diet type, and cuisine type. Once you enter these, this function will be ready for you to use. And now, what you can do is instead of you having to type the entire prompt, you can just change key. I want a diet of 2500 calories. I want a vegetarian diet, but I want Western cuisine, right? Let us see if you're able to get that. So once you have this function, so this is the function that I'm using on the backend also. So once you have this function, you can put it in your website, and whenever someone is asking the bot for a response, you can just hit this API and give the response. So it is giving a 2500 calorie vegetarian meal around Western cuisine. So it's poached egg and mixed berries. And let's see the entire response that we are getting. So veg hummus, quinoa, Greek yogurt. Yeah. So we see that it is more or less Western cuisine and vegetarian, and it's including 2500 calories per day. So this is how simple it is to do that. So now uh, the same code will apply for workout generator also, right? But how can we do that? So let me actually use AI to So you see that I have not written any code for the workout planner in this, but I will try to code the entire application in less than 1-2 minutes, right? So this is what I'll try to do. So what I'll do is I'll just copy paste this. And let us just try to fix on what are the things that we want. Earlier, whenever we are creating diet plan, we wanted three inputs, right? So calories, diet type, and cuisine type. And for workout, what are the inputs that we want? What are the inputs that we want? So let us check the app. What inputs did we use before? So fitness level, fitness goals, and additional preferences. So I want three inputs to go into my prompt template. So let me write them. Fitness level. What is the other thing? It's fitness goals and additional preferences. So now what I'll do is I'll use AI to create code for workout planner in a similar fashion as I've done for this. So I'm going to use Cursor AI for this. I'm copy pasting this. So this is the diet plan, and let me just modify it to give me a workout plan. Modify this function to give me workout plan. The function should have following inputs. So these are the three inputs. So let me just copy this. And let me submit. So AI is actually doing the work, and it is taking inspiration from the earlier function that I've written, since both of them work more or less the same. So I'm just giving it some type, and it gave the function right away. So which is again great. Let me run this, accept. So this is the function that we have created. Now we can get a workout plan. Get workout plan. What are the things that we need to do? These are the inputs that we have. So let me just copy these. Fitness level, I'll just say it is intermediate. Fitness goal is muscle growth, let's say. And additional preferences, let me try something new. I'll say only dumbbells. So only use dumbbells, don't use anything else. So this is the simple function that we could create. Let me run this first. Get workout plan. And if I run this, I'll get the workout plan right away. Okay, let me run this. Now it has created a 4-week plan. So you see in the prompt that we have mentioned, we didn't mention anything about 1 week or 2 weeks. So let me just specifically mention, okay, I don't want a 4-week plan. So the problem was that I didn't mention any time limitation. So it gave me a 4-week plan, which I don't want. I just want 1 week plan. So I just changed the prompt template accordingly. And now I will say, this is the fitness level and this is what you need to do. So now it gave us a weekly schedule based on our preferences, intermediate, muscle growth, and use only dumbbells. So you see that all the exercises that it has given are only using dumbbells, dumbbell deadlift, dumbbell push press, so on. So this is how simple it is to take a LLM, create a prompt template, create functions, and put them into production. So this is how simple it can. This is how simple it is. So before proceeding to the next part, where I will show you how you can create a posture analyzer app. So do you have any questions up until this point? So I'll check the chat also meanwhile. So if you have any questions, you can ask me. So yeah, like once you get this, and this is how you can simply create a function And if you put these two functions together, you can call it an agent also, right? So agent is nothing but as of today, you have, we can just call it a fitness agent, which is doing two different things at a time. Uh, so now this is done. So till now, what you have done is for both meal planner and workout planner, the primary, okay, the primary mode of our engagement was in text, right? So we gave it a text input and we got a text output. So can we create a function or an agent that will do the posture analysis for us? So let's say in both workout planner and meal planner. So we have primarily, is my screen visible? I think there is some lag from my, yeah. So in for both of the first applications that we have generated, we have just used text application, right? So we have taken a text and then got the text as an output. So now what we'll do is for poster analysis, instead of just using text, what we will try to do is we will try to use text and we will also add image to it. And then we will get an output as a text. So this is for this, we will use something called a vision model. So there are a lot of vision models that you can use as of today. Even a GPT in itself is also a vision model that you can use. Uh, okay, there are a lot of questions. So let me just take one or two. So someone is asking, can this reside in the mobile phone also? Yeah, it can. It can reside in your mobile phone. So I think we will sure see, like we will. I think we are already seeing a lot of agents or tools that can reside in your computer. So I can actually run small models on my system without internet. So all of the plans that I've shown you can actually work without Wi-Fi or Bluetooth as well. So you can also create those agents using Olama or other open models. Okay. So now let me cover this part as well, and then I'll take more questions at a time. So now to use vision models, so you can also use vision model with GPT model. So GPT-4o has this capability where you can input text, you can input image, you can also input audio models also, audio also in the new version that was released a few weeks back. So, but let us just try to do a different model. So recently, Meta, which is Facebook, has released a new model called Llama Vision. So Llama Vision is a open source LLM which has vision capabilities. So instead of sending the text, you can also send image to Llama model, and these are very very cheap when you compare it with GPT models, and these are also available through multiple providers. So I wanted to try out this one and use this for application. So what I'll do is I'll use a provider called GROQ for this application today. I'll try to use GROQ. So I'll just go to GROQ website. And again, GROQ is not the GROK. GROK is by Elon Musk. The one that we are using. Okay. So for posture analyzer, what have we decided so far? Okay. So we'll be using a vision model. I think there is a lag. Okay, now I can do it. So what we'll do is we'll use a vision model, which is Llama. Llama, we'll use a 11 billion vision parameter model. We will use a provider from a company called GROQ, GROQ. So this is a chip company. This is a semiconductor chip company. They are also hosting a lot of open source models, and these models are also very very fast. So hundreds of thousands of tokens every second. So this is what we will do. So first we will go to their website, just like we went to platform OpenAI. We tested the prompt and then we exported the code. We will follow the same procedure for GROQ as well. So we will go to GROQ. We will test it out with few images and prompt. Once we have them ready, we will take the code and build an application as well. So let me go to GROQ. So this is the GROQ website. So to go to GROQ, you will just have to type this console.groq.com/playground. So it is free to use. Currently, you can use this model in free tier as well. I'll just send the link on the chat as well if someone wants to explore on the site. Okay, so this is what the interface looks like. Now we want to try. So there are a lot of text models. So this is slightly similar to ChatGPT, you can call it, but the interface is slightly different. So what I'll do is I'll just select on the models that they have. I will specifically choose the vision model. So vision model will help us integrate images also. So let me select a vision model. So once I selected the vision model, now you will see an option to input an image also, right? So I'll just input the deadlift image. So I'm uploading the image and I'm asking it, please comment on the post. And let me just submit this. Okay, so the man is demonstrating a proper deadlift over here, and it says that it is not much difference. And you can also include, let's say, uh, what should be the ideal number of reps, so on and so forth. You can ask it some additional details also. Include ideal number of reps and body parts impacted with this exercise. So you see that in the prompt anywhere, I'm not typing deadlift or anything. The model is just looking at the image itself and it's understanding that the person is doing a deadlift posture. And you can just say, please comment on the picture, include ideal number of reps and body parts impacted. So let me run this. And saying posture is good and different variations, what are the reps and what it will impact also. So let's say this is the ideal prompt that you want, and this is how your image model will work. What you can do is just click on view code as you have done, and this is the code that you can copy paste in your application. So let me show you the code as well. So this is the posture and fitness assistant that I have shown. For this, we will use GROQ API. So you can install GROQ by running this command. And then you can just pass the image URL. So whenever you are passing the image, so you can take the image that you already have, you can encode into a string and then pass it. Or maybe you can take any image URL that you have available online. So you can, let's say, I want to analyze one picture on, just say deadlift image. Let me deliberately choose something that wrong poster image. Let us see if I think this looks like a bad poster. So let us see if we can copy the image address, and we will analyze if this image has a good poster or not. So I'll just save the image URL. I'll click on code. Let's run this cell. Okay, we have saved the image URL, and okay, we have saved the image URL successfully, and now I'm passing the same image URL and I'm asking this question: is the poster correct? It gives this response based on the image provided. The individual depicts a common practice of engaging in deadlift with this thing on top of another. Upon closer inspection, it gives some analysis as well, so that it's not actually correct. It should be perpendicular, and it's also saying there is an increasing likelihood of suffering back injury due to lift off. So this posture, ideally, like I'm not an expert, but you see that there is a curved back, so it is actually pointing out, saying that this might increase the likelihood of back injury. So this is what you can do. And if you want to run the same model using an image that you already have in your computer, so you can just encode it. So I just saved the deadlift image, the previous deadlift image on my system. And I'm just uploading the image. I'm just opening the basic 64 image and I'm just sending the prompt. Right. So now for this, it's actually giving the feedback. Now the posture should be proper and so on. So that way you can create an application where you pass in an image as an input, create your own prompt template and test it out. So one addition that you could do. So this is very simple, right? You just took an image and you gave it as an output. But what if we could do something like this, where let's say in the poster application that we have built, instead of just uploading an image and analyzing the poster, so can we upload a video feed, right? Let's say I have 1 minute video of me working out. Can I upload the video? Because in video it's far more clearer, right? At image, that it is not possible. So you can also create an application where you upload an image, upload a video. You can break that video. Let's say you have a 1 minute video, just break that into let's say 10 or 15 frames. So pass all those 15 frames into the API and ask it to analyze whether the posture is correct or not. So that will give you more accurate outputs. And one other interesting application that you can try is, instead of you uploading any image yourself, you can just give the app access to your camera, right? You can give access to your camera and record your exercise. And once the recording is done, you can directly send it to the model. You will get an instant feedback. So let's say you are working out for 5 minutes, 10 minutes at a time. Once your workout is done, you will get a feedback. And while sending the images, you can set up some intervals. So every 10 seconds, click a photo and send it to the model. Or maybe you can create video and do something around that as well. So this is how you can create a AI fitness assistant using different parts like this. So any questions on this so far? So yeah, so the question is, GROQ is not behind a paywall. So currently it's free for developers. I think they have rate limits, around 30 requests per minute or something like that. So if you exceed that, the model won't work. Even for the poster app, so I've used their GROQ model. So if you keep using the app continuously, then it will show you some rate limits, but it's free to use otherwise, as of now.
Hey Satvik, so this is a really nice idea, but I had one question on the entropy of the LLM model. How do you control it? How do you ensure that you get the response each time you generate it? The response remains the same.
Okay, so multiple different techniques. So first thing that you could do is to give a very good system prompt to check your prompt very well. And you can also play with the hyperparameters also. So let's say you want predictable and definitive outputs every time. In the model parameters, you will have a lot of different inputs that you can give. So one thing is that whenever you want predictable outputs, most of the time, just say temperature is equal to 0, right? So if you say temperature is equal to 0, then it will be very, very predictable. Temperature is equal to 1 will give you a little bit random outputs. You can give a system message to follow series of instructions, one change. You can modify your prompt template, second thing, and you can modify the temperature, top P, min P. There are other hyperparameters that you can use, three. And the fourth thing is, a fourth thing that you could do is to use structured outputs. So even in the application that I have developed, in this, there are a lot of outputs that you are getting, right? So let's say when you are running a meal plan, so it's not just generating 1 day's plan, it's generating 7 days plan, that to morning, evening, afternoon. So you have to do a lot of engineering behind that. So for this, this application that you see is created in Next.js or TypeScript, where I used a method called Zod schemas to get predictable outputs. You can see that every response has a predictable number of these things. Otherwise, it would be very difficult. So if you can't just prompt your way to uh, making something exact like this, so you'll have to use other techniques on top of it.
Okay, thank you.
So you have used any output templates?
Yes. So I have created my own output template based on the outputs that I want in terms of I want breakfast, lunch, and dinner 7 days, and each output should include a small description, macros, and ingredients. I can show you the schema as well. So this is the original code for the app. I think I'll have to search the file, but yeah, like the code link will be given. So I think if anyone wants to inspect the code and maybe want to clone this application or do this yourself, you can go to my GitHub. Yeah. So this is the application that if you want to take my application and build on top of it, feel free to do that. So I'm just sending the code link as
Hello, Satvik.
well. Yeah.
So you told us that GROQ is free until we reach a limit, right? So what's the limit exactly? Like if we use 30 tokens a day, 30 queries a day, or is it like what is it? What is exactly the limit approximately?
Um, just type grok rate limits. Just type grok. You see how many inputs. So these are the number of inputs that you can send per day, and they also do tracking based on number of requests you send per minute also. So per minute, I don't think you can send more than 30. And once you reach that limit, it will say that you have reached too many requests.
Okay, so another query is another question I have for you is for OpenAI, the free trial is for like 3 months, and after that you have to, you know, add your billings and you have to, refill your tokens, right? So is there anything similar to Grok as well?
I think the one thing that you told about OpenAI is not true. So once you start using API, you will have to pay. So there is no 3 months thing. So there are a
No,
lot
on
of providers.
OpenAI for the first 3 months after you log into your account or a Google account or something, for the first 3 months you can use it for free. After that, you have to pay for to refill your tokens. Because I've used OpenAI's the playground tools and all that's right.
I'm not exactly sure about the 3 month thing, but there are other providers like Grok that you can explore. Or maybe since you're already at time, so I'll just take 5 minutes to conclude the session and then I'll stay back for some more time for more questions. So I think these were most of the things that I wanted to cover in terms of. So the idea is not to build something very complicated, very out of the box. With the things that you have available at your disposal, you can create something that is really useful. So that is what I wanted to show you. And just by using simple LLM APIs, putting them together, you can actually build something like this. Uh, so we also do a lot of work on agents also. We have recently uploaded a YouTube video, so you can watch that. And now I'm going to show you, before I show you a free fitness chatbot, let's say you have seen the applications that we have developed so far, and you might be feeling, okay, I also want to build a fitness chatbot for myself. So how can you do that using no code? So I'll just cover that in 5 minutes. But before that, you will have to bear with me for a few minutes. Okay, so I hope you have enjoyed the lecture that we have given. So it was meant to be simple, informative, and something that you can use at a later point as well. So till now, I think whatever we have seen so far. So even if you know some, you might have seen in this session. So to create a fitness assistant, I think most of you might have come with the perception that we'll have to do some very complicated things to make this happen. But you saw how simple was it, right? Just have a chatbot, just export the code and run it one at a time. So that is how simple it is to do generative AI. And other than that, I strongly feel that everyone should learn generative AI, and I'll give you two main reasons for it, right? The first reason that you should learn generative AI is the productivity gains that you can get. So as you have just seen, like the application that we have developed, to be honest, it took me the first version of that application took me around 30 minutes to develop. So which would have otherwise taken, let's say one and a half year back, the same application would have easily taken me 1 month or around that time. So that is the amount of productivity gains that you can get. You can easily get 10x to 50x productive in many things that you are doing. And the second reason why you should learn generative AI is to stay relevant. So, as you have seen earlier, if 5 developers or 10 developers were required, now only 1 or 2 will be required. The same with all the other things. Let's say there were hundreds of sales jobs, now you will probably have a little less. So, AI will start automating away a lot of jobs. So, even though it feels utopian, but this is true, right? So AI is coming, and people will actually lose their jobs due to AI. So there is no easy way to tell about it. So the only way to protect yourself against this revolution is to learn that as much as you can, right? And so first is to stay relevant by learning generative AI. And the second and more important reason is that, so what the trend that we are seeing with our interactions with many companies is that even though any company, small companies, big companies, corporates, otherwise, everyone is looking to integrate generative AI into their products, even though they are technical or non-technical companies. So you as a employee should be able to step up to build AI for your company, right? Let's say if you're a product manager, your company wants to build an AI product, you will have to step up. If you're a developer, you have to do the same. If you're a consultant, you are getting AI projects, you will have to deliver them, right? So to stay relevant, most of us will be dealing with and working with generative AI, so you will have to be ready for that. So starting to learn generative AI is one most important skill that everyone should have, irrespective of your job experience, domain, or anything. So that is important. And we understand that it is very difficult for you to get started on generative AI. Given there is too much happening in generative AI, it's generally confusing, or you don't know where to pick up what to do. So one thesis that we had about our generative AI bootcamp is that so there is no dearth of content available online. So you just type anything, you will get content for it, you will get a lot of videos for it. So there is no dearth of content, but there is dearth of direction. So let's say if you are someone with 10 years of experience in product domain, how do you learn generative AI? Let's say if you are a student who's just starting out or maybe exploring jobs, how can you learn generative AI? So the direction is missing a lot, and that is what we intend to give with our generative AI bootcamp, which is starting on 9th November. So this is not the first time that we are doing a cohort. So this will be our 8th cohort in this year. So we have ran many successful cohorts for hundreds of people, and now we are launching our 8th cohort, which is starting on 9th of November. So this is going to be a 6-week course where we will give you basics of all the concepts of generative AI, right? So if you look at whatever is happening in generative AI, even though there is too much, if you look at it closely, there are only 4 or 5 things that really matter, right? Something like prompt engineering, LLM APIs, basics, and then RAG, chatbots, fine tuning, agents, uh, coding, and building your own businesses on AI. So these are the 4 or 5 things that occupy around 90% of generative AI applications. So in the course that we have designed, so what we have done is in every module, we will tackle one domain of generative AI. So in first module, we will learn everything about prompt engineering. In second module, we will learn about RAG and how to build any sort of chatbot. In third module, we will learn everything about fine-tuning image models, language models, and also audio models. We will learn about different types of agents, at least 10 different types of agents. And we will also show you, like the application that I've shown you is something that I've built using code. Uh, but we will also show you how you can use cursor or maybe other development tools. Even if you are not a very technical person, you can still develop websites, host them, and do all those things. So that is what we'll cover in module 5. And module 6 is going to be a capstone project where you will take all the learnings that you had in the previous 5 weeks and build your own AI products. So this is the plan for the cohort, and the cohort is starting on 9th of November. So if you are interested in knowing more about the course, or want to know more, you can just send a hi on the chat, uh, and we will note your name, and we will also send you special Diwali discount. So for that, all you have to do is to say hi on the chat. You just say hi on the chat, and we will reach out to you with a special discount, and we will also uh, give you more details. So if any one of you want to have any more discussion about how the course can help you or anything, you can just reach out to us and ask it. So the fees to join is, so I'll just tell you about the fees as well. So the fees to join is 30,000 rupees, but we have a Diwali discount that we are giving. And for all the people in this cohort, we are also offering $250 in free LLM credits, LLM and compute credits. So in effective, so the course is 30,000 rupees, and after discount and after the free credits that you'll get, so the course will virtually be free of cost, right? So the course is 30,000. We will give you a good Diwali discount. If you want to know how much discount and what is the coupon code, you can just say hi on the chat. So if you say hi on the chat, we will send you the relevant details for you to sign up. And the Diwali discount will only be available for a few days. So uh, you can sign up, and we are also giving some limited credits for all the people who are signing up for the course, a $250 credit. So you can virtually get this course for free. So if you are interested or if you want to know more about the course, all you have to do is to say hi on the chat, and we will reach out to you with the special offer. So I'll take 2-3 questions, and then I'll show you the bonus part as well. Any other questions or queries, anyone on this?
Hi, Satvik. Very nice session. How the UI build for this one?
Okay, so I'll also cover that part right now. So what I did was I used something called v0.dev. So where this is a chatbot, AI chatbot by a company called Versal. So what you can do is you can just ask it to create some interfaces. So as you can see, these are the different, the first version of looked something like this. I told I want a different design, so it gave me a different design. So just by chatting with the design, I'm able to create the interface. So I already have the backend APIs from what you have seen, right? And now I'm just taking that information, giving it to this bot and telling, give me a good UI. So it's giving me a UI, which I'm directly using it in my project. So this will also be covered during the course. So the entire fifth part of the course that we talk about will, the fifth part, build your AI SaaS business, where we will cover all the development tools like V0, Cursor, Fragments, Bolt. So all the tools will be covered. That will help you develop any website without knowing much to code. So I would not say like you can have zero knowledge of code, but if you are willing to learn a little bit at a time, so you will be able to generate websites like this within a matter of hours, even if you don't have a lot of knowledge.
What is the tool name, Satvik? I should.
It's called v0.dev. I'll just send the link on the chat so you can use. Yeah, so the GenAI bundle will also be sent to you on mail, so don't worry about that. Okay, so I think a few people are waiting for the bonus session, so I'll just try to cover that and mention it. So yeah, before that, I would want to remind you again. So the course is starting on November 9th, and only for a few days, only for a couple of days, only for the first 7-8 people, we will be offering Diwali discount. So you can reach out to us for the special Diwali discount, where we have limited number of seats to whom we will be offering this discount. So you can just send hi on the chat if you are interested in taking the course, and we will reach out to you with the additional details. Okay, so now